This is the process for setting up an order notification email to clients or vendors when an order comes into Magento from a specific Magento store. So we're going to be setting up a process for the OSHA training store as an example. So OSHAtraining.com is a reseller, has a fully branded store. We're going to pretend that they want to receive an email notification when an order comes in for their store. So we're using Zapier for that right now. And all we have to do here in our list of Zaps is go over to this private folder, order notifications for clients and vendors. So just a folder that sorts out some of our Zaps. And there's currently 3 notifications. They're all very similar. All we're going to want to do is copy one of them. So I'm just going to take this first one, click the arrow, choose copy, creates a copy. I'm going to click to edit it. So the first step is new inbound email. Basically, this is going to look for any emails that are sent to this Zapier email address. So it's notifications.h4hjc@zapiermail.com. You don't need to make any changes here. This is the email address that we want to receive email notifications to from Magento. So what's going to happen is Magento is going to send out an email whenever it gets an order, and it's going to send that email to a number of places, but one of them is to the Zapier email address. So when Zapier receives an email, it's going to progress to the next step, which is a filter. The filter is going to filter out any emails that do not belong to the store that we're interested in. So as we mentioned earlier, we're interested in the OSHA training store. So we're going to have to set up some parameters here so that only emails from the OSHA training store make it through this filter. So to do that, we're going to go to Magento. We're logged in here. And we're going to go to System menu, and right at the bottom is Configuration. And then I'm going to select from this current configuration scope, I'm going to select the OSHA training store. So I'm going to scroll down until we find OSHA training. And we want the, rather than the grayed out box with OSHA training, the OSHA store.com in it, we want this second one here just called OSHA training. And then when we're there, we want to go to the General tab here on the left. So it's General, and that is General again. And here is the store name. It's OSHA Training Compliance Store, okay? We're going to copy that name exactly as it is there. We're going to go back to Zapier. And instead of from, and we want to look at the from, which is the from email address. So whenever an email is sent, it has a from address. That's the address from which the email was sent. So the order confirmation from Magento in the from address will have the name of the store. So if we put OSHA Training Compliance Store in here, any order that comes in from the OSHA Training Compliance Store will have OSHA Training Compliance Store in the from name for the email, and we will filter it through the Zap. So we're going to test and continue. The sample data would not have passed, that's fine. The sample data came from the Heartland Payment System store, so that would have been filtered out, which is exactly what we want. Going to continue. And then we're just going to end up in the third step, which is to send an email. So what Zapier is going to do is it's going to send an email out to the client or the vendor, letting them know that they received an order in the store. And it's actually going to be an exact copy of the email that was sent from Magento. So we're just going to go to Edit Template because we want to make sure that we have the right person's name in to receive the email. So in the to field, you're going to take out whatever's there, and you're just going to put in the email address of the client or the vendor that wants to receive the email. When that's done, we can click continue, and you can send a test if you want, but it's going to go to the client, so it's probably better just to finish this and turn on the Zap. And then up in the top left corner here, we want to change the name. So rather than a copy of the order auto HR, we're just going to put OSHA training, Magento or store order notifications to Jessica Keenan, and we're just going to put, I don't know, test person. Okay, so that gives us a good description of what this app is all about. So when we're looking at it in Zapier, we have some idea about what the Zap does. So that's it. So all we're going to do now is go to My Zaps, and I'm just going to, we've already added it in. So it's already in the order notifications for clients and vendors folder. It's now got 4 Zaps in there. And here it is, third one on the list. So that's set up. Now, just to show you how this works in Magento, I'm going to go back to Magento, and I'm going to go to System Configuration again. And we're going to scroll right down and to the left-hand side to the Sales block. And under Sales, we've got Sales Emails. I'm going to click there. And this field here, Send Order Email Copy To, is the field which is most useful and important here. It's got a whole bunch of email addresses in there, people who are copied on all the emails that come into Magento. I'm just going to actually switch this back to default. It's important here. Okay, and one of those emails, when we get to the end of this long list, is our Zapier email, notifications, h4hjc at zapiermail.com. That's the email address that Zapier uses and is waiting to receive emails at. So whenever there's an email that's placed, an order that's placed in Magento, this email address gets copied on that order. So that's how the order makes it from Magento to Zapier, and how Zapier sends out the email to a specific client or vendor, depending on which store the order came from.